Very good morning, class. So today we are going to discuss last part of our second chapter. Okay. So in this chapter we are going to learn first and the very important thing, accounting, that is an art or the science or both. Okay. That is a very critical question. If accounting that is an art, then why accounting is called so art? And if we call it as science, then we have to prove why accounting called a science. So before understanding accounting as an art and the science, we have to find out, we have to know the exact meaning of the term science. Okay. we, because before 11th standard up to 10th you have studied your science. So what is science? Science is obtaining knowledge about a systematic pattern including observation, study, practice, experiments, and investigations. Okay, these are the qualities of the science. Whenever we talk about the science have some rules, regulation, which is exact, which is fixed. Okay, according to the requirement and according to the circumstances, it can't be changed. Just like in the science, if we are talking about the chemistry, so the equation of chemistry, it means the equation of water. Okay, water का formula होता है हमारा, that is of H2O. It means two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen. So it becomes water. But if we are required much more water, so we can't change their equation. सर हाइड्रोजन 4 एटम ले लेते हैं, ऑक्सीजन की 2 एटम ले लेते हैं और ज़्यादा डबल हो जाएगा. सो इट कांट बी. ओके, सो दे हैव फिक्स्ड rules and regulations, or which are totally based on the lot of observation, lot of experiments, lot of practices. Okay, then after they have given these rules and these equations. So like science, in accountancy we are required knowledge about the economic status of an entity by systematic study. Here in the accountancy we do same things. We study the pattern of business, we study about the economic status of any entity, it means any organization. Okay, so in the science there is a very important quality. Whatever rules, whatever principles, whatever observation has been done in the science, that is accept universally accepted, which means each and every corner of the world has accepted all those principles of science. Okay, so similarly in the accountancy we have different rules, regulations, and different methods, and all these rules, regulation, methods are commonly accepted by each and every kind of the business organization in all the world. Okay, so here an accountant finalize the economic results. How it identify the economic result? By identifying, because at the very beginning we have seen we have to identify economic transaction, then we have to analyze it, we have to classify it by the various method of bookkeeping. Basically we have two method. First is double entry system method, and second one is single entry system. So basically commonly we use double entry system of recording or maintaining our business transactions. So on the basis of all these conversation we can say accountancy is a science. Okay, that includes, comprises of rules, principles, concept, conventions, and standards in science. But there is a difference in between the real science, pure science, and the accounting science. Pure science, that is rigid. It means it can't be changed according to the circumstances or as per the requirement. Okay, but the accounting principles, they are flexible. It can be changed according to the requirement, and still there is chance of requirement in accountancy. So after the accountancy, after the science, accountancy is called science. Sorry, art. Why accountancy called an art? So before that we have to identify the meaning of an art. Art, it means any kind of activities for which we have learned theoretical knowledge and that we use to convert into the practical, that is called an art. Okay, or in another language we can say a standard way of doing a particular task or the particular work, that is called an art. Just like if you're talking about the handwriting of the various students, so you can compare your writing handwriting with your classmates or someone else. So you can see the writing of some students, how they write, that is extremely awesome. It means we can say that is almost typed, almost computer typed handwriting. Okay, so here we are going to define the term art. We can say that art is the study of implementation of techniques and methods. First, we have to get the theoretical knowledge. Okay, once when you will get theoretical knowledge, that we will convert into the practical. बंद किया. According is an art because it presents the financial findings by following the implementing a universal accepted method. As we know, we have a generally accepted accounting principles which are called GAAP. So whatever theoretical portion we study under the GAAP, whatever rules, regulations, principles that we study under the GAAP, that we used to apply. Okay, so that's why accounting is called an art. So art is the study of implying scientific method to practical use. So whatever we have studied, whatever theoretical knowledge we have gained, that we convert into the practical. And accounting is an art as the established rules and principles of accounting is applied in the bookkeeping process of an economic entity. So on the basis of all these conclusions, in the accounting we have some qualities of science as well as an art. So on the basis of that we can say accounting is an art as well as science both. Okay class. So next, so different type of accounting system. Basically there are two types of accounting system. The first is single entry system, where a small business records every transaction as a line items in a ledger, and the other is a double entry system where every transaction is recorded both as a debit and credit in separate accounts. So throughout the year we are going to discuss about the single entry system and the double entry system. In double entry accounting, every transaction has two journal entries, a debit and a credit. Okay, in the double entry system basically we used to record all the transactions both of the side, debit and the credit. Debit must always equal to the credits. Whenever you will record any transaction, the total of debit side should be equal to the total of credit side. Okay, and double entry accounting system affects at least two accounts. Okay, once when you will record transaction by using double entry system, each and every transaction will affect at least two different ledgers. Okay, one of the debit and another one of the credit, because each transactions is a real life example of accounting equation. That is, each and every transaction have to verify according to this equation, that is asset is equal to liabilities plus owner's equity, and here owner's equity, that is simply called capital. Okay, so you have to find out the meaning of asset, liabilities and capital that we have discussed in our first video lecture. Then single entry system, rather than dealing with debit and credit, some businesses they just record one side of the transaction, hence the term single entry accounting system. In the double entry system, each transactions will be recorded in two sides of two different ledger. In the single entry system, each and every transactions will recorded only one side. So this is the basic difference, and basically single entry system, that is not a valid system. Okay, So here we have with the advantages of double entry system. Under this method, both the aspects of each and every transactions are recorded. So it is possible to keep complete accounts. So once when you will record, you will maintain your records by double entry system. You have to record each and every aspect, because here we have to write one transactions both of the side, debit side and credit side. How we have to record that we can understand with the help of an example. Just like in the business organization, we have sold goods to Mohan. Okay, that is almost in credit mode. So how we are going to record it? Goods sold to Mohan. Okay, credit. So Mohan is a receiver, so we have to debit. We have to record this transaction in the debit side of Mohan's book, and we have to record same transaction in the credit side of sales book. So there is only one transaction, goods sold to Mohan, but that transaction we are going to record in the Mohan's book and in our sales book. In the Mohan book, that we will record in the debit side, and Sohan's book we will record this in the credit side, sales book in the credit side. Okay. Next, since both the aspects of a transactions are recorded for each debit, there must be a corresponding credit. Once when you will record your transaction, for one debit there should be one credit. Then the next, under the system, profit and loss accounts can be prepared easily. If we are, if we will maintain our accounts by double entry system, then easily we can prepare our profit and loss accounts or the profit and loss statement. Okay, a balance sheet can be prepared, and on the basis of double entry system, easily we can prepare our balance sheet, which shows the complete picture of the business organization. So these are the advantages of double entry system. Okay, under this system, mistakes and deflections can be detected. Okay, while preparing accounts by the using of double entry system, if we have did any mistake, that we can easily detect. And under this system, necessary statistics are easily available, so that the management can take appropriate decision. On the basis of double entry systems, we have all the things, all the datas are there, so easily we can take our decisions, and all the necessary details about the transactions can be detailed, because once when we will sold goods, so we will record each and every aspect in the form of narration. So it helps lot. And sales, purchase of goods, stock, revenue, expenses and profit and losses of different years, okay, that can be easily compared. That is called analysis of financial statement. Okay, so these are the advantages of double entry system. Then we have to discuss disadvantages, because each and everything have two aspect, one of the positive and second one of the negative. So under the negative aspect, under this method, each transaction is recorded in books in two stages, general and ledger. First we have to record all the transaction in the book of general, then after we transfer them into the ledger, and again we have to write it into two sides, one of the debit side and another with the credit side, and this results in increase of number of size of the books. So that's why we have to maintain different types of the book. We have to record transactions many times. Okay, so it took time, okay, and labor and money. So it is not possible for small concerns or the small businessmen to keep accounts under this system. So that's why small businessmen, they prefer single entry system instead of double entry system, and it requires expert knowledge to keep accounts under this system. Under the double entry system, that is also called scientific system of accounting. So for scientific system, we will require a skilled person, and as the system is complex, there is greater possibility of committing errors and mistakes, and definitely it's a complex system of accounting, so there may be the chances or the possibility of committing errors or the mistakes. Let's discuss about the difference in between double entry system and single entry system on the basis of duality. So double entry system, that is totally based on the system of duality. It means all the aspect will affect two different sides of the two different ledger. Dual aspect होता है इसमें, And in the single entry system, that is based on the single system, not the dual system. यूजर्स की बात करते हैं हम लोग, तो डबल एंट्री सिस्टम दैट इज़ यूज्ड बाय द लार्ज कॉरपोरेशन, लार्ज बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, and single entry system is used by the small business organizations. Okay, and if we are talking about the costing, definitely in the double entry system we have to maintain multiple accounts, multiple ledgers, multiple books or the register, so that's why it's called costly system. And in the single entry system we have to maintain very few registers, so that's why it's called cheap system of accounting. And if we are talking about the accounts, so in the double entry system we have classified all the accounts in the various categories as personal account, nominal account and the real account. Okay, but in the single entry system we just use simple personal accounts only. And in the double entry system, detection of error, that is very easy in double entry system, but that is very difficult to detect the errors in single entry system. In the double entry system easily we can detect our errors, but in the single entry system we can't easily detect our errors. Preparation of balance sheet, as we have already seen, in the double entry system, on the basis of double entry system we can easily prepare our trial balance, our balance sheet. Okay, but on the basis of single entry system we can't prepare our trial balance or the balance sheet or the profit and loss. And in the double entry system we can easily prepare our profit and loss account, and in the single entry system we can't easily prepare our profit and loss account. So it was the difference, and it was something about the double entry system, single entry system, and something about the accounting as an art or as a science. Okay class, bye.